that start.
So we get the first possession of the second half for Crystal River Pirates as the quarterback, DeAndre Parker, was knocked out, starting quarterback. Now it's going to be Logan Wardlow in the shotgun position. He takes the two-step drop pass coming. He throws the ball outside, and it's just wide open. It's picked off by Jace Williams. That's number 8 for Dunellen, and he gets the interception on Logan Wardlow, overthrew his receiver right into the hands of the Tiger.
Jace Williams was just playing center field right there and threw it right to him. Makes the easy pick, and we're getting close to that turbo clock right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Crystal River, it's okay. I mean, what do? You don't want to send a message and just hand the ball off every time.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't want to keep turning the ball over and giving them short fields. You're in a tough spot if you're Tony Lewis and the coaching staff.
Well, the problem is that even when you're throwing, they're getting pressure so quickly that you can't run the routes. You can't even get the routes in. But that was on Logan Warlow for throwing the pass there.
He saw one guy, looked at one guy, and delivered it to one guy, and there was a Dunellen defender. Jace Williams, by the way, is having a heck of a football game on both sides of the ball.
He is. Power formation for Sanderson. Going to hand off to Mack, who's going to go outside, then cut back inside. He's going to cut across the grain, puts his foot in the ground, and goes back outside. Makes 2 miss, 3 miss. Wow. Just junking and juving and jiving all the way down to the 5-yard line. Be first and goal for Dunellen. A lot of tired players out there. And we got another Crystal River Pirate down on the field.
This is... it's bad enough when it's going this way, but then to lose guys, like I said, I mean, they got 11 on the field, and they've got about 7 standing up right on the sidelines right now. That's how bad it is. You've got 3 guys side by side sitting on the end of the bench. It's just not a very good feeling right now if you're a Crystal River Pirate.
I'm not sure what the injury is and who are the injuries to. We're looking at it.
Looks like it could be a cramp, which is the good news. They're working out. Looks like a calf cramp.
Hopefully that's the case. 8:38 left here. Your score, Dunellen threatening, 34-0, and it looks like it's number 75, I believe, Jason Graham, one of the bigger players on this Crystal River team. I'm trying to see if the number's correct. It's so hard to see across that field on those numbers. He's starting to jog off, so hopefully he can get back in there. Jason Graham, a senior, 6'1", 250. It is a little cramp, so he's jogging off, so that's good. That's good news for the Crystal River Pirates. Bad news is they're just outside the 5-yard line, first and goal for Dunellen. So we're going to have a twin running back, so that's going to be number 21 back there. Josh Williams along with number 8, Jace Williams, the twin Williamses, on either side of Sanderson, who's in the shotgun. Snap, inside handoff. That's Jace Williams going to get speed rush. He's going to get into the end zone as he gets one hit from number 45, but he just runs right through it.
He got leveled. But when you find the end zone, you usually get up a little quicker.
Yeah, but Jace Williams, slight limp here, so he just got hit, but he did get into there and get 6 more points, so it brings the score to 40-0 right now. 8:23 left in this third quarter. So Sanderson going to kicking duties with Josh Williams, number 21, holding. There's a snap, high snap, put down, good rush, and it's up, and it is good. So another point added on, 41-0 here. 8:23 left in the third quarter, and just some dejected and discouraged Pirates coming out the field. But it's really tough to not, when you have that. We're trying to go both ways, and you're getting beat that bad. It's really discouraging.
Yeah, it is. It's frustrating, and I mean, this is. Think about it. You put everything into this first game for the better part of 8-9 months now. I mean, this is what you've been circling. This is why you lifted weights in the winter, in the spring, in the summer. This is why you came out here and sweated for the last 3 weeks to get ready for it, and to look up at the scoreboard and see that in game number 1. I think obviously you got to at some point understand and give respect to the team you're playing. This is a very good Dunellen football team, and as we said, you got to remember that there's bigger things out there if you're Crystal River, and don't let this one ruin your season. Because if you carry it too far, all of a sudden this thing will go downhill quickly.
Well, it's hard to start off your season playing a state-ranked team.
Yeah.
As a kick by Sanderson and picked up by Scriven, who gets it at the 5-yard line, gets all the way out to the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Chris River on their own 20. I'm going to call it 27-yard line. So, and I believe now it's a running clock.
35 they did it. So after that last score, that'll be the one that keeps it running.
So we have a running clock now, and the rest of the game as long as they keep the distance between on 35 points. So.
Interesting to see what Chris River will do offensively. I mean, we saw a pass, and that didn't work out so well. Do you try to run? But like you talked about, Mike, the defensive line is getting in there. Even running the ball has been
I'm already seeing that they're substituting on defense on the Denton Tigers. Now you got some white
all white
coming in.
Still some beef though.
Yeah, there's some beef there. So they're going to do it. So again, Logan Wardlow in the shotgun formation. Trip receivers as far sideline. It's given a handoff to the running back, and he is taken down for a loss very quickly.
Number 11.
Number 20. Yeah, number 11, Tyrone Gates on the tackle. Number 20, Jaden Williams, has been handling a lot of the running duties.
Yeah. And you can just still look at the size up front for Denellen in there.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Tucci, 5'9", looks like he's bigger than 205. You've got number 65 in there. You've got 33 in there, Francois Joseph, who's 6'1", 215. They're still big boys up front.
Hand off to Jaden Williams again, number 20. And he gets a couple yards back. It'll be 3rd and call it 14. Again, if you're just joining us, you're kind of tuning in. In the beginning of the first half, DeAndre Parker, the starting quarterback for Chris River, was knocked out of the game. Logan Wardlow came in. Last year, he was the starting quarterback. He's coming and take over. We do have a running clock. Score is 41-0 to Dunellen. It looks like they just replaced the whole defense, and it's pretty much
not
new
really
players on every
changed.
single one. Not really changed yet. So there's a ball way fade all the way down to intended for number 3, but Dunellen Tyrone Gates had a great beat on it. A good throw by Logan Wardlow. It just happened to go up.
That was just a really good defensive play.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about how you play that position right there. Ran stride for stride at the last second, looked up, put his hand up, knocked down. I mean, that was a textbook right there.
Yeah.
And he made 2 good plays on that drive.
So it brings up 4th down and long. I like that, Tony Lewis is still trying to, throw something there and give something.
Yeah,
he's got to do
the playbook.
Yeah.
You've got Wardlow is your guy who can throw a little more too, so you're going to use him to do that, and that's what he's going to do, and maybe better off him doing that than running him too.
I'm wondering, just my opinion, if they get DeAndre Parker back, why couldn't they use Wardlow as a quarterback and DeAndre Parker and Scriven just rotating them out on a running back? So
yeah, I mean,
maybe something to look at.
One of those things that they may have to look at going forward because they're probably going to have to use a lot of different people, a lot of different places. The way things are going right now.
So a little timeout here. Clock did stop 5:54. I think it was a water break.
Water break will still stop the clock, but then once they put it back in, clock will run.
So 4th and long, and Tyler Pollard is going to be doing the punting duties for Chris River. We got 2 new upbacks deep for Dunellen. They're standing at their own 40-yard line. Number 22 for Dunellen, Maverick Molina. He gets the ball and taken down very quickly right there by number 2. That's Kyle Robinson for the Chris River. He grabbed the ball and right down at the 50-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Denellen Tigers on the 50-yard. See how many people that now they switch out on offense and see if anybody comes different. I think you still see Sanderson.
Well, let's see.
Actually, I don't see Sanderson out there right now, so they're probably putting a new quarterback in.
Got a lot of guys looking down at their wristbands, trying to see who is 21 maybe the quarterback.
Actually, some confusion right now. They're trying to get him in and out.
22.
Yep.
Maverick Molina is listed as a safety.
There's the quarterback. That's going to be number 17.
Yeah.
That is Cameron Massey, a junior, 6'1", 160, comes in.
Perhaps
for
a glimpse
Sanderson.
into the future.
Maybe that's his. Maybe next year. There's a snap, handoff. Number 20, right up the middle.
Flag
Williams,
flying.
the flag comes in late. Gain of a couple yards, so we'll see if this moves back on a holding penalty. Looks like it may be. And it is. Holding on Dunellen. They'll push it back and negate the play. So we got a lot of switches by Coach Harris.
This is where you see some of those penalties, right? You get those kids in trying to do something, impress the coach, maybe hold on a little too much.
You got Jose Rivera in there as a wide receiver. Number 20, we said Gian Williams, who's been running the ball actually on the first team also. Did switch out some offensive linemen on that on a big side where they had Kenneth Boone and Hunter Korn. Both of those gentlemen are gone back out. 51, Luke Tidwell is in there, senior. And Boone went in and played guard. Trip receivers to the far sideline. High snap, faked, and it's the quarterback on the run. He's going to cut inside and go back outside.
Nice
Good
tackle.
play by Tyreek Scriven as he comes up from his safety position and makes the play for, or else it may be a touchdown right there.
And he needed to make that play.
Yeah. So clock is running, or 4:08 left in this third quarter. So second and call it 11 for Dunnon. Ball's just inside the 50-yard line on the Dunnon Tiger side. So we got twin receivers left and right. Run single setback along with the quarterback Massey. Snap, high snap, handoff to number 22. He's going to come backside, but great play by Logan Wardlow, who steps in and makes the tackle. That was Maverick Molina on the slot. Slot man coming over and taking the handoff on the inside. Loss of about 4 yards on that. I'm going to say 5 yards on that, so it brings up third and 15. Massey, the quarterback for Dunnon. Trip receivers to the far sideline. Bowles going right to left on your radio. Snap, two-step drop, looking. Got some pressure. He's going to try to scramble. He goes to the far side, looking still. He cuts back inside, plants his foot, gets away from two players, gets a couple of yards out of it, makes a good positive play when he had pressure coming out. So a gain of about 3 brings up fourth and long for Dunellen.
Good job right there, scrambling, trying to extend the play, but then, good job of realizing if there's nothing there, you got to figure out a way to just eat it, and that's what he did. Another Christopher Pirate goes down. Coaching staff was on their way out to the field, Mike, but they were waved back, and that's always good news right now. Cameron Fisher kind of looks like he got rolled up on the back, but he was able to run off the field.
Cameron Fisher comes out, and we've got number 9, that is Maurice Goolsby, going to be back doing the kicking duties. Number 8, Tyreek Scriven, junior, 6 foot 170 back deep for the Pirates, standing at his own 20-yard line.
Slow to get some players out on the field.
Yeah, I think they're missing their assignments a little bit, so. Here we go, fourth and long. Again, it's a running clock. There's a snap. Low line drive kick. It bounces at the 20. Takes a gun on a bounce. And Scriven picks it up with 3 Tigers around him. And finally is brought down at the 15, right below the 15-yard line. I should call it the 14-yard line. And
Tyreek Scriven wants to make plays.
Yeah, he just wants the ball in his hand.
He wants to make a play. We've seen him do that now for a couple of years. I mean, he'll take the chance if he thinks he can turn it into a big play.
We got a timeout on the field, and we're going to take a timeout here. You're listening to Friday Night Football right here on CBS Sports 104.3.
Save a buck on a new truck from Eagle Buick GMC. 2016 GMC Terrains from $199 a month. 2016 GMC Acadias from $299 a month. Select from hundreds of new trucks and SUVs at Eagle. New 2016 GMC Sierras. Every color, every model. Regular cabs, extended cabs, crew cabs, and diesels. Save over $6,000. Eagle Buick GMC is your GMC truck headquarters. Visit EagleBuickGMC.com or stop by US 19 in Homosassa.
And we are back. Quick little bubble screen for Chris River on their first play. And no gain on the play. Actually, a loss on the play of about 4. Very good speed cornerback coming up and taking him down. That's number 11 again, Tyrone Gates.
Clock running, Mike, under 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Chris River in no hurry offensively, as you can imagine.
So Logan Warlord, they're signaling it in. They're looking in their wristbands to see what the play is. Pollard in the backfield along with Scriven. Motion across the face. Wardlow hands off to number 2. That's Kyle Robinson, who goes a sweep to the far sideline. Gain of nothing as the speed of Dunellen just overwhelms them and not allowed to turn the corner. Just winding down on the third quarter here. 5 seconds left, and we'll probably not get a play off. And we're going to take another break real quick here as we get ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Running clock. Your score here, Dunellen Tigers 41, Crush River Pirates 0 here at Earl Bramlett Stadium on Friday Night Football on CBS Sports 104.3.
Phooey, honey, something smells real bad. And take a look at what's happening in the yard. What a mess. Guess it's time to have our septic tank pumped and our drain field checked. That must be why our toilets are gurgling. Call Mike Scott Plumbing. Get information on new septic systems, drain fields, and lift stations. They have the knowledge, material, and ability to handle any situation you have with your septic system. Call 866-314-4443 today for a free quote. And get Mike Scott Plumbing to handle your septic needs. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
And welcome back into Friday Night Football here on CBS Sports 104.3. I'm Mike Deeb, along with my partner Brett Knudsen. And just so you know, we are live streaming. We're off and on here with some technical difficulties, but now we're back on, and we have our crack crew here that are just working the camera and working
hard.
They are working hard, and they're doing a good job. And we're finally live streaming, so if you want to look at that, it's CBS Sports Radio at 104.3 on YouTube, and you can follow that game on YouTube. Chris River, 3rd and long, as Logan Warlow gets ready to hand off, and he looks at a throw across the middle, and it's picked off. That is Jace. No, that's number 11. And he's going to bring him back for a pick 6. That is Tyrone Gates, who cut it off right in front of the wide receiver and takes it back to the house, 21 yards. Brings the score to 47-0 here with 11:49. Very little time gone in the fourth quarter.
That's just what it's been all night for Dunellen defensively. I mean, it's been big play after big play. They've turned some of those plays into points now. It's just been very, very impressive by the Dunellen Tigers.
Sanderson comes back out, had to put his helmet back on to do the extra point. Josh Williams doing
he
the
still
holding.
has to do the kicking.
He has to
all the other reserves are, but you still got to kick, son.
There's a snap, put down. Kick is up, and kick is good. No good. It actually goes wide right. So it's going to be no extra point. Point after is no good, so it brings the score 47-0 still. 11:49 left on a running clock for Dunellen. But it's all Dunellen Tigers, and the number 4 state-ranked team is really taking it to the Crush River Pirates, and it's just unfortunate. There's a lot of injuries. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on the sidelines for Crush River. Just
and key
injured.
Guys too.
Key guys,
I mean,
very key guys. Yes.
Their starting quarterback, and we don't know how bad their backup quarterback is banged up too. I mean, he got hit hard too, so that's 2 of them. Very difficult night for the Pirates, and it's 47-0.
So we get ready for another kickoff by Lane Sanderson. His right leg is getting a little tired, but he's still doing an adequate job. Brings out the other player on the kicking team as we get deep. Tyreek Scriven and number 3, Caleb Ray, back deep for Christian, standing at the own 10-yard line. Good kick by Sanderson, but it's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty. They'll bring it out. Reset it for first down for Crush River.
I don't really know what you do offensively now if you're the Pirates. I mean,
not really
you've tried
sure.
a little bit of the run. You've tried to throw the ball.
Clock is stopped. I'm not sure if that's... It's 11:40 left, and they must be taking a water break, or I'm not sure what it is, but Crush River comes out and see what they can try to get some kind of much of some offense. Really hadn't got past the 50-yard line of Dunellen, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, it was the opening kickoff got him into Tiger territory. A big play got him just about the 40-yard line of Dunellen. That's been it. That's all they've been able to do.
Logan Wardlow is your quarterback. Tyreek Scriven, your running back behind him. Pollard to his left as they go right to left on your radio. Twin receivers at the far sideline. Option read is pitched off to Tyreek Scriven. Very nice, but Wardlow gets knocked back by number 25 from Dunellen. Don't have that player on our roster, but we'll get his name later on.
A lot of people are getting some action.
So it brings up 2nd and 5 for Chris River. Good positive run by Tyreek Scriven now, getting him outside on the edge.
And he won't give up. He's going to keep working hard. He wants 6 points. And he doesn't care if he gets it against the second team, the third team, or anybody. He just wants to find the end zone. He works hard.
Pistol formation with Pollard on the right side. Again, read option pitch out. Give it to him a little too early. A good play by number 19 from Dunellen. And again, I don't have his number and who he is either.
But he made a good play.
He did.
Mom and his daddy are happy.
Actually, Dwayne Calloway, which we heard from the radio announcer. So good play by number 19 coming up from his cornerback position. Calling the play. 10:34 left. It's 3rd, and we'll call it 6. Loss of 1 on that play. Scriven behind Wardlow. Trip receivers to the far sideline. Ball's on the near side hash mark. Snap. High snap. Looking. There's a bunch of players coming across the middle. He throws it. Intended for Caleb Bray, number 2. Kyle Robson off his hands and then picked up by number 3 on a tip ball. Connor Denmark. That's a typical of what's happened,
tonight, isn't it?
It's typical of what has happened to the Pirates all night. A good throw.
Could have been a big play.
Should have been a first down into territory, Dunellen territory, off his fingertips and into the hands of the Dunellen Tigers. 9:50 and counting left in this ball game. 47-0 is your score. Dunellen has dominated the whole game.
Yeah, it's just. And even when, like we said, you make a nice play like that, it turns into a turnover. And just sometimes you got to chalk it up to it's just not our night.
that and some other things. But, again, new quarterback in there, number 17, Cameron Massey, who's going to hand off straight up the middle of number 20, and he cuts it outside. He's got a couple of people to beat. Tyler Scriven's the last one. Grabs it from the top, and touchdown-saving tackle. That's number 28, Ty Fraser. Tyler Fraser was the running back on that, and good gain of almost 40 yards.
Big play after big play after big play.
Scriven making the final tackle there right at the 10-yard line, knocks him out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal for Dunellen. So even with the other players in and taking over with the first teamers, we're seeing some big plays on this.
Yeah, even though you got some Crystal River subs in, but there's still a lot of guys who are there playing in the start of the game just because they don't have the numbers right now.
Again, it's number 28, and he just kind of cuts back inside and finally is knocked down. But when he's knocked down in the end zone, it'll be a touchdown by number 28, Tyree Fraser, who 2 runs, and he gets it almost 50 yards for a touchdown.
You just can't get this thing over quick enough.
Yeah,
if you're Tony Lewis and coaching staff. And
we've all been in these games, and we've called a lot of these games, and it just becomes very wearisome for the players and the fans of Crystal River too.
And that'll be the job of the staff. I mean, as soon as this game ends, is to get these kids focused and ready for Williston. You certainly don't want to underestimate anybody on your schedule next, but I mean, I think the message will say we probably played the best team we're going to play on our schedule. There's a good chance of it. So get ready for a game that we can win next week, but you got to have a good week of practice. You got to be focused, and you got to be ready to go out there and do it. And I know when we played, we always had a term called flush it. You just got to forget it. It's over. Get rid of it. It's done. As soon as this game ends, you can't think any more about it if you're Crystal River, because.
So it's 53-0, 8:25 left in the 4th quarter. And just wanted a real update if you're, I'm sure a lot of you are watching or listening or trying to listen. The Buccaneers are up 27-3 on the Browns right now, and James Winston still in the game. So we're getting ready for the kickoff. Scriven is the only one on the field right now. He's just waiting for that kick. He wants that ball. Back
Yeah, he
deep
does.
with him is number 20. Number 20 is Jaden Williams. And number 3, Caleb Bray. I'm standing up here in the press box, and actually Andrew Kaplan's right beside me, tweeting on everything, and he's having a tough time keeping up with the with the tweeting because there's so many scores going on. So, yeah. So as Sanderson kicks up a high pooch up kick up to the 25-yard line, taken by Chris River, he makes it up the middle, and he gets powered down by a couple of Dunham Tigers. That was number 3, Caleb Bray on a return. 8:05 and counting as Chris River gets back set to go on another offensive series. Kind of nice little kind of a positive movement on the offense last series, but one mistake, tip ball and turn over, so it's going to be see if they can get some more positiveness out of this series. So break the huddle on the sidelines. Logan Wardlow is your quarterback. They're going to go empty backfield. A little confusion right now. Wardlow's not even out there. He doesn't have a back on it. So there's not even a back on the field. So they got to call a timeout. Coach Tony Lewis is
You look at Coach Lewis's demeanor. I mean, he's staying calm. You know, he's got to just absolutely be going crazy internally. But that's what you got to do. You got to let the kids know that everything's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I know they don't know it now, but if you're the Pirates, there's going to be some other teams this year that get beat up by Denellen pretty bad too.
Oh, yeah.
So
exactly.
you just have to realize what you're up against. It just didn't go your way tonight from the get-go, and get ready to go to practice.
So we break the huddle, and Denellen comes back over and gets set up. Christian already set up. Wardlow with number 20 behind him, Jaden Williams. Twin receivers on the near sideline. Ball's on the near side hash mark going right to left. Motion by Scriven. Handoff on the inside. No fake. Jaden Williams goes cross buck. Gets out to the 40. Good little gain, Jaden Williams. Good little player look. Nice little play by the Christian River Pirates. Gain of about, we'll call it 3 yards.
It's one of those plays I think you keep in mind for later on. That was well designed, good play. I mean, you get Tyreek Scriven to look like he's getting the ball and he's the guy everybody's focused on. But that would, once again, that's just good assignment defensive football by Dunellen.
They move Scriven out to the slot on the near sideline. He's going to go in motion again. They're going to look at faking. They're going to give it to Tyreek Scriven on a sweep all the way to the far side. He kind of cuts back inside and he gets hit, but knocks down, but not before getting the first down. A good run by Tyreek Scriven. So he 1st and 10 as they get over the 50-yard line for Dunellen.
Yeah.
So the
first time this half, first time in a long time. So maybe that's what you do. You
just
give
positive.
it to Scriven.
Give it to Scriven, let him run.
Let him do it. I mean, he's endless amount of energy, and he's going to put forth the effort every single down.
Wardlow again in the pistol with Jaden Williams behind him. Motion again across the face with Tyreek Scriven. Now handoff again to the other side. Jaden Williams cuts back outside, then cuts back inside. Good little run again as he powers his way down to the 45-yard line. Again, a lot of positiveness here with the Christian River Pirates on these 2 last drives. Just a couple of mistakes they got to work on. 5:53, we got a water break, and with that, we're going to take a break. Your score here at Earl Bramlett Stadium in Christian River, 53-0. Dunham Tigers lead the Christian River Pirates. We'll be right back. You're listening to Friday Night Football right here on CBS Sports 104.3.
Summer is hot, but at Nick Nicholas Ford Lake in Crystal River, they're even hotter during the Ford Freedom Sales Event. Just announced Ford Smart Bonus Cash and 0% Ford financing for up to 72 months across the full line of new 2016 lineup, including Escape, Explorer, Expedition, F-150s, and Super Duty trucks. The Freedom Sales Event going on now at Nick Nicholas Ford Lincoln, Highway 19 in Crystal River. Not all buyers qualify. See dealer for complete details.
CBS Sports Radio 104.3 is your official home for Gator football, Gator basketball, Rays baseball, and high school sports. This is WYKE English 104.3. And just a couple of quick scores for you to throw out there. Lecanto at the half was leading Umatilla 20-0. It was Seven Rivers 36-0 last we checked in the fourth period. Lyman 29-0 in the third period over Citrus. We've got Hernando 27-6 over Fyvie in the fourth period. Also in the fourth, Village is losing radically to the Bellevue Rattlers 45-7. Forest ahead of Westport 19-6 in the fourth period. North Marion losing to Blanche Ely right now 13-0 also in the fourth period. Vanguard just running all over Palatka tonight. In the fourth period, it's 56-14 with Vanguard up on top of that score. 56-0 Sun Lake in the fourth over Gulf. Wesley Chapel in the fourth period, 13-3 leading Land O'Lakes, and Wiregrass Ranch over Zephyr Hills, 29-0 also in the fourth period. Now let's go back to our game of the week, Denellen at Crystal River.
And we welcome you back in as Logan Warlow throws a deep ball down the far sideline, and Antoine Scriven goes up and gets the ball between two defenders, and a good play as they get all the way down into the red zone for the first time all game against Denellen.
Big throw and catch, and as you mentioned, maybe some momentum last couple of drives to carry with you.
Wardlow again with Jaden Williams behind him. Tyler Pollard as the fullback. Handoff to Jaden Williams to the left side. He's going to cut. He got some blocking in front of him. Makes one miss. Gets to the outside. Gets into the sideline and is pushed out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So it'll be second. And we'll call it about 5. Good run by Jaden Williams. Nice little runner. I've seen nice little run by Jaden Williams as he's becoming their main back. Clock is down to just above 4 minutes, but Chris Rivers threatening for the first time in the game. Logan Wardlow is now the quarterback as Jaden Williams is his to right. Trip receivers to the far sideline. Snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to keep it himself. Logan Wardlow is going to fire it, and he's going to score 6 points as Logan Wardlow takes it himself on a quarterback keeper to the outside of the tackle, the far sideline, and walks in untouched. 6 points for Chris River.
That'll make you feel better this late in the game. I mean, this is what you wanted.
Yep.
You're Chris River, just a little something to take with you, a little nugget that maybe you can carry over to next week, and that certainly makes them feel better.
I mean, I honestly think Wardlow, the way he's played coming out, has really been fantastic because, DeAndre Parker was just a running, there was nothing there. Now you've got Wardlow who can run and throw. You might see some different formations coming up with Chris River in the next couple games.
Parker's a guy you got to have on the field,
yeah.
But maybe you're seeing an opportunity for him to go elsewhere.
There you go. So they're going to go for 2 here as Wardlow lines up with trip receivers to the near sideline. Snap, handoff to Jaden Williams. Tyler Pollard, and they get all over him as they read that all the way. Whenever Tyler Pollard is down there in a running back position on the goal line, they're going to key on him, and they stopped him for no gain. So 3:53 left in this ball game, and the score now 53-6 as Chris River gets on the board.
And walking over, Shetler 36-0 final again.
Tyler Pollard is going to be kicking off. We'll see what they put back deep for Dunellen and see if they put their regular returners back or they continue with them. Now they're going to continue with their kickoff team. Goolsey going to go back deep along with number 2. That is Franklin Williams. Usually the Williamses will be back deep. They're going to put Ivory Mack back deep, I believe now. Yes, Ivory Mack back deep along with Jace Williams and Goolsey. So again, if you're just tuning in or just joining us, we do have live stream on YouTube. And it's been off and on with some technical difficulties, but our crack crew is working on it. And they finally got it going up. It seemed to be seamless now. And you can watch it on YouTube at CBS Sports Radio 104.3 as Pollard runs up, kicks the ball. Nice kick down to the far corner, and it's taken at the 25-yard line. He said, take a little step. He goes to the far sideline. Miss, one miss, two miss, and he's got some speed. And there he goes. He's down to the 40, 30, 20. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Ivory Mack. 6 points, 80, 85 yards. Caught it at the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Ivory Mack. I thought it was from the 15, but maybe it was the 20, so it might have been an 80-yard touchdown.
Just showing the talent, the ability, the explosiveness.
So now that brings the score up 59-6. So Chris River gets some positivity, and then on special teams they get some negativity. Sanderson coming out to doing the kicking. Josh Williams will be the holder as they get ready to tack on another point after attempt. There's a snap, low snap, put down is good, kick is good. It is one more point, so that brings it 60-6 with 3:37 left in this ball game. Down on just too many weapons on too many areas of the field and too much
many players,
athleticism.
yeah.
Too much athleticism for the Chris River Pirates right now. You know, Chris River has a long storied tradition of football history, and it's just they go through highs and lows depending on the classes that come in and things that go on with people moving in and out, and especially now in nowadays client with high school, you're seeing a lot of people that are moving and kids that are moving one school to the other, not really being able to stay or not staying because they want to move to some other place, seeing that's going to be a better opportunity.
Yeah, and you talk about it. I mean, one of the things that Price Harris has been able to establish is the kids buy in whether you're winning or losing. Now, they've done a lot more winning lately, but you got to have a coach and a staff that's there. The kids know it, but also the parents know it. When a kid comes home, I mean, when you got the tradition of a coach that's been there and things go bad, you're just taught, hey, you stick with it because coach knows what he's doing, and that's what you have to establish at schools, and that's why it's been so difficult we've seen in Citrus County, Mike, is the turnover in coaches.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
And we're talking about one at Citrus now this year, too.
Yep.
I mean, I was joking the other day out of practice with Coach Harper. He's now the dean of coaches in Citrus County. And that was just a couple of years ago. I mean, that's so difficult to do.
And I'm not sure whether, that's a county thing. I mean, it's like, Price Harris has been there 3 years, okay? And a lot of the Marion County coaches, you'll see that they've been there long term.
Yeah.
Venata has been there in Hernando for 2 years, but he was a coach in Spring Hill or in Hernando County for a long time. So there's a lot of continuity there. And that's just like anything. You have to have continuity.
It helps to have athletes, too. I mean, we've seen some turnover at North Marion and the coaching staff there, but they have such an abundance of athletes. If you're marginal in terms of your athletes.
Here's a pass out to the far sideline to Anton Striblin, who gets it onto the 45-yard and he missed tackle, and he gets all the way down and knocked out of bounds right at the, looks like the 15-yard line. A great pass by Wardlow and just over the outstretched fingertips of the defensive back as Scriven gets another long pass play. And brings it all the way down to the red zone inside the 20-yard line for Chris River. 2:18 and counting here, and see if Chris River can tack on another one. So Wardlow comes out over and gets the play.
He's throwing the ball.
He's throwing the ball and they're continuing to
defensively
throw.
a mistake, but still goes as a big throwing catch.
Yeah, it was thrown up really, but just over the outstretched hands of the cornerback. As Wardlow comes into pistol formation, he's going to look at wide receiver skin again to Scriven. It's on the inside, and he cuts back outside, and get a couple of gain of yards. He was on the near sideline in the slot, and it was a slot wide receiver screen. Gain of a couple brings up second. Ball's on the 10-yard line now. A gain of about 5.
A minute and a half to go, Mike, and looking for something more to take with you, as we said. Couple of positive drives here in the fourth quarter for the Pirates.
Scriven now wide out on the near sideline. Ball's on the near side hash mark. Jaden Williams is the running back for Wardlow. Pollard up back on the right side. 1-on-1, and then Wardlow's going to take it himself. No, he pitches on the inside handoff to Pollard. Pollard bulls his way, gets down to the 5-yard line, close to a first down. We'll see if they can get a couple more plays off. It's just below 1 minute as a still running clock. And they're trying to get one off real quick here. 55 seconds as they're first and goal on the 5. Pirates looking to add to their 6 points they got on the last possession. Jaden Williams is a single setback. Twin receivers left and right. Pollard in the slot. Wardlow, two-step drop, looks across the middle, and well done play. Well played by number 18 as he come across Matthew Mills, knocked it down on a slant pattern inside. And that's the clock is going to come down. They may get one more play off, maybe 1 or 2 plays, depending on if they can speed it up. 25 seconds and counting. Ball still on the 5-yard line. Scriven wide out to the left. Ball's on the near sideline. Pollard on the slot. Jaden Williams behind Wardlow. 10 seconds. Last play of the game. Fade pattern to the far end zone, and he goes up for the play, and he catches it. It is a touchdown. Logan Wardlow with his second touchdown. One a pass and one a run. I can't see who that was. I'm not sure it was number 3. I think it was Caleb Bray. As a jump ball at the end zone. 3 seconds left in this ball game, and Chris River gets 6 more points. They're going to go for 2 on this. Jaden Williams beside Logan Wardlow as they trip receivers to the near sideline. Extra point attempt here. He's going to roll to his left, and he's got a lot of pressure coming in. That's number 48, DeAnthony Tucci. It takes him down for a loss, and there's no time off the clock, so there'll be one more play with 3 seconds left in the ball game as Christian will kick it off to Dunellen, and just hopefully they can hold them to no more points.
Wardlow's taking some hits tonight, too.
He
He
has.
made some plays, but he's taking a lot of hits. He'll feel it tomorrow.
So they'll line up, and Dunham will get the kick. And we'll make sure that we get it. Andrew Cappen's leaving from the Chronicle. He's gone, and we appreciate his time on the air and for the stats. So with any other scores from Dunham, one play here, end up being 6.